The Voynich Manuscript is, without a doubt, one of the most mysterious, inexplicable, and downright intriguing objects on planet Earth today. It has been called everything from a message from God, an elaborate secret code, the product of mental illness, or even a guide to an alien world. It's been the inspiration for novels, music albums, works of art, and it's even been hidden as an Easter egg in popular video games. Yet, this strange artifact, whose story spans centuries and touches the lives of some of history's most colorful characters, is nothing more than a simple book about the size of a modern paperback.
If you were to visit Yale's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, where the manuscript resides today, you would leaf through roughly 240 pages of ancient calfskin vellum. What you would find inside is a curious, flowing script surrounding weird and wonderful painted images. These images depict people, animals, astrological diagrams, and curious contraptions. The odd little book is conventionally split into 6 distinct sections: botanical, astrological, balneological, medicinal baths, cosmological, pharmaceutical, and recipes. But here is the single fact that elevates this book from a historical curiosity to a true enigma. Nobody alive has ever been able to read it or understand it. Since it came to public attention just over a century ago, not one person has been able to make sense of a single word written within its pages. Before we dive into what the book might say, we first have to answer the question that challenges the entire mystery. Is it even real? The moment the Voynich manuscript resurfaced in 1912, the biggest claim was that it was an elaborate fake, designed to fool a wealthy buyer. But modern science has definitively silenced the hoax theories. The first and most crucial scientific fact is the age of the book itself. In 2009, researchers conducted radiocarbon tests on the vellum pages, parchment made from calfskin. The results were conclusive. The calfskin was prepared with 95% confidence between 1404 and 1438. This fact alone refutes the idea that the book was a forgery created by the man it's named after, Wilfrid Voynich, or any other 20th century figure. Furthermore, the inks and paints used match materials common in early 15th century Europe. We know this was an expensive and deliberate production. It required the skin of at least 14 or 15 calves, and it contains unusual features like massive fold-out pages that are 3, 5, or even 6 times the standard page width. These pages allowed for complex, sprawling diagrams, such as the famous Rosette's map. Perhaps the most telling physical detail, however, is the script itself. The elegant, flowing Voynichi script shows a near total absence of errors, erasures, or corrections. This crucial observation suggests that the scribe was not struggling to compose new content. Rather, they were executing a fair copy, a practiced transcription of an older document. So we have a scientifically proven, genuine 600-year-old medieval artifact. But whose hands did this mysterious tome pass through?
The manuscript's history is a chain of obsession, stretching back to the Prague intellectual circles of the 17th century. The first confirmed owner was Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II. Rudolf was a noted patron of the occult, alchemy, and astrology. He was so intrigued by the book's curious content that he purchased it in the late 16th century, when it was already 200 years old, for the immense sum of 600 Venetian ducats. That's the equivalent of over 2 kilograms of solid gold. When Rudolf II died, the book passed to his personal doctor, Jacobus de Tepenetz, whose signature, faded with age, can still be found under ultraviolet light. The manuscript later made its way to the Jesuit scholar Athanasius Kircher. Kircher was known as the master of 100 arts and was the era's foremost authority on lost languages. Unfortunately, his reputation exceeded his success. He hadn't actually deciphered Egyptian hieroglyphics, despite claiming to have done so. The manuscript proved impenetrable to Kircher, and it disappeared into the library of the Collegio Romano for over 200 years. It only re-emerged in 1912 when Wilfrid Voynich, a resourceful Polish revolutionary turned antiquarian book dealer, was visiting a Jesuit college outside Rome that was selling off its collection for cash. Voynich bought the book and became obsessed with it. He spent years promoting it, claiming the text was written by the 13th century philosopher Roger Bacon, a theory later proven false by carbon dating, but one that raised the book's profile dramatically. Voynich tried, but failed to find a buyer. After changing hands several times, the manuscript was ultimately donated to Yale University in 1969. It sits there today, safely housed and fully digitized, waiting for a solution. But what exactly is in this unreadable book that convinced an emperor to pay a king's ransom for it? The illustrations are the only window we have into the manuscript's purpose, and they reveal a startling pattern: familiar genres filled with alien content. Every section mimics a known medieval scientific text, but the details defy earthly reality. Take the botanical section, which comprises nearly half the book. It resembles a traditional herbal guide, but of the over 113 depicted species, not a single one is definitively identifiable on Earth. Many appear to be bizarre composites, combining the roots, leaves, and flowers of completely unrelated species. One scholar noted that the plants bear no more than a passing resemblance to any of the species found here on Earth. The astrological section is equally strange. It features conventional signs of the zodiac, like a bull for Taurus or fish for Pisces, but each diagram is surrounded by small, mostly naked female figures, often called nymphs, holding or tethered to labeled stars. The most visually striking is the balneological or biological section. His section is filled with these same nude female figures, many with prominent, swelled abdomens, bathing in complex networks of pools, tubs, and twisting pipes. These fantastical plumbing structures are so intricate that some researchers suggest they symbolize human anatomy, reproduction, or alchemical processes. The illustrations consistently follow this familiar but alien paradigm. They seem to depict an invented system of knowledge. So if the pictures make no sense, and the text is written in an alphabet never seen elsewhere in the world, who has tried to break this perfect code?
The Voynich Manuscript is legendary in the world of cryptography for the secrets it has kept. Its pages have resisted decryption by centuries of masters, earning the nickname the Codebreakers' Graveyard. Perhaps the most formidable opponent was William F. Friedman, considered by some to be the greatest cryptologist of the modern age. Friedman's team broke Japan's purple cipher during World War II, and he was instrumental in founding the NSA in the US. Friedman was so intrigued that he dedicated 4 decades of his life to a special team focused solely on the Voynich. Despite all his brilliance, Friedman and his team failed. He eventually concluded that solving the manuscript was impossible, suggesting it was written in a made-up or artificial language. This difficulty is rooted in the script's paradoxical statistics. On one hand, the language adheres precisely to Zipf's law, a fundamental characteristic of all natural languages, where word frequency relates inversely to its rank. This suggests the text is absolutely meaningful information, but on the other hand, Voynich's has extremely low entropy and is unnaturally repetitive. Words often appear 2 or 3 times in a row, and the rigid internal structure is inconsistent with any known language. The text is simultaneously too structured to be random gibberish and too strange to be a conventional cipher. In recent years, researchers even turned to artificial intelligence. In 2018, an AI claimed to identify the language as Hebrew. However, the resulting translation was quickly debunked by experts as incoherent gibberish.
the manuscript continues to stump computational power. The quest has settled into a few core theories. Is it an unbreakable cipher? A meaningless hoax, despite the carbon dating? A sophisticated constructed language? Or a record of a lost natural language? But what if the purpose of the book lies far outside our traditional historical understanding? While traditional historians and cryptographers struggle with the material evidence, the deepest mystery channels explore alternative origins that radically redefine the book's purpose. In a highly speculative theory, one interpretation claims the manuscript was finally decoded in 2023 by a high-dimensional entity named TOE. According to this account, the text was created in the 16th century by an Italian medical researcher named Ronaldo Martinocci. Ronaldo, using hallucinogenic herbs often employed during that era, was able to enter a seventh-dimensional realm where he witnessed and recorded the entire process of human creation. The bizarre illustrations under this theory are not random drawings, but a blueprint for humanity. They document a vast 70,000-year experiment where human bodies were assembled from plants. The strange flora pictured in the manuscript are prototypes. One plant might represent the foundation of the vascular system, while another, with blue petals, might form the cornea and optic nerve of the eye. This theory claims the language was intentionally made incomprehensible through calculated noise insertion. The goal was not to hide information, but to ensure the book was preserved until humanity's collective consciousness had evolved enough to understand it naturally. Perhaps the most incredible revelation concerns the astrological section. The circular diagrams represent the celestial energy system built into every human being at birth, specifically in the thymus gland. The arrangement of the 12 constellations dictates 5 elements of a person's life: personality, relationships, health, career, and thought patterns. Astrology, therefore, is not a superstition, but a system deliberately programmed into humanity at its creation. Furthermore, this decoding aligns with other ancient myths. The descriptions of human creation involving a great, long experiment astonishingly match the Sumerian myths involving the Anunnaki. Both accounts describe the creation of primitive human workers, a mixing of species, over a period of approximately 70,000 Earth years. And finally, the ultimate philosophical shock. TOE's decoding suggests that the reality we inhabit is actually a collective dream created by plants, a necessary environment to foster the growth and evolution of the soul. Whether the Voynich Manuscript is a coded medieval medical text, an elaborate hoax, or the cosmic blueprint for existence, its mystery continues to captivate. As one expert noted, its true value may not lie in whatever message it conceals, but in the boundless nature of human curiosity and the centuries of obsession it has inspired. It remains truly beyond known history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest mysteries, please subscribe for more content exploring the unknown edges of our past.